Hey folks, just doing a little mic test to start off with, just to make sure everything's working well. I'm not sure if we've got any microphone coming through at all right now. If there's anybody in the chat, please do let me know. Once again, check, mic, check. I don't know. Okay, cool. So the mic is working. Fantastic. I don't know why it's not working on my end. I can't hear myself, but welcome anyway, guys. So yeah, we'll get cracking. Why not? I'm enjoying this route so far. I made a video earlier and I was like super excited for it, purely because of the 125 action, honestly, and because of the fact that it's a UK route. I know, Jamie, you were after a bit of Midland action for quite a while, and yeah, I'm just glad it's here. Oh, that's good. Glad to hear the mic's working. That's brilliant. I can see the chat as well, which is good. I've got it on my Mac, so yeah, everything's looking good. It's easier than reading it off my phone, and obviously we don't have the issues as well with trying to drive a bus or truck of some description while trying to read the chat. It's always a bit of a struggle for me, that one. Just trying to make space for my beer. Don't want to be knocking that one over, that's for sure. I think what we'll do is just jump into the timetable and just see what's available. So obviously you can go ahead on foot. We did do the high-speed train earlier, which we did the video earlier this morning, which was a lot of fun. Is that right with the 125? I didn't have any issues with it. Which buttons aren't working? So we've also got the class 158, which is the one that we're going to be going with. I've never driven it before, so I don't really know. You can also do the 45, which could be interesting. Let's have just a quick look just to see what's available. So you've got two little routes available. I don't know about this. You see, I'm not into this Sheffield to London St Pancras thing, because it's really just Derby, through to the end of the line. It actually tells you there what it is. So it's Derby to Leicester. So this is like, you know, this is a lie, really. I don't really know. Obviously, that's the full route. That would be the route that you'd be aiming for if you're authentically going to do it, I guess. I don't know what era you would drive a 45, but here's what it is. And then we've also got the 66. Obviously, a number of different liveries available. But it's good to see that you could potentially do a few things. There's a rail tour here. So, yeah. Railhead treatment train. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will, as I say, go with the 158. And I know you mentioned Jamie wanting to do, I think he said Nottingham to Derby. So that is, obviously it's coming up as Nottingham to Matlock, which if we look over here, I've just gone off now, but if you look over it tells you what the actual route is on this little map, which is, this map is like completely useless. So yeah, we're going to do Nottingham to Matlock. 1019 could be a good option as well. It's great to hear that you guys are local. You can point out the bits and bobs as we're going along. I think so. Earlier in the video we did Leicester. And I can't even remember where we ended up now. It just shows you how good my memory is, isn't it? But we certainly haven't done this particular section before. And I think the first thing that I'm going to do here, even before I do anything else, is jump out and open this door. That's opening very slowly. And take a look at the station. Just run around a little bit. And yeah, we've only got a little short. I guess this is a DMU. Should have really checked that, but let's have a look on this thing. Oh, it's going to be on the other side, isn't it? I was hoping that was a map. Obviously not. Picked up some litter. No comment. I'm only joking, there's far more litter in Teesside. Trust me. What we'll do is then, I'll just run along here. I thought there'd be a few more collectibles here available. And yeah, guys, we are playing on PC as well, so we're on the mouse, which is currently quite sensitive because I've been playing Resident Evil 4 quite a lot. So yeah, been trying to obviously respond to the zombie crisis as quickly as possible. But this is a long platform, isn't it? I mean, do you know what as well, guys? Let me know if there's any issues with the streaming, because from what I can see on my screen, the stream is like way behind compared with where I'm actually at. I'm going to reload my streaming page, and I have lost some of my Wi-Fi here. Now my PC is connected wired to the connection, my MacBook isn't, so I wonder if that's going to be an issue. I'm going to switch to the other Wi-Fi network and let's see if that helps. I'm just going to reload my chat just so I can see where we're at. Ah, it's actually correct and it's kind of up to date. Let's move forward a bit and see how far behind it is. No, we don't want to give it up just yet. But I do want to just take a look at this and just see how it compares for yourselves, should I say, how it compares with real life, because I do know. So I was in Edinburgh last week and I did take a look at the Edinburgh DLC following that, and man, it looked amazing. Even my wife commented that it looked fantastic, like it looked very realistic. Obviously there's some parts that are not there, like for example, like when you get to the public access points. So you know, when we go up these steps, it's going to let us do this and run along here. I wonder where this, how far it actually, it doesn't let you go down there, for example, but where you've got that invisible barrier there, on the Edinburgh one, it's just, there's no exit to the station in the places where I would have thought there would be. Oh, it displays the wrong station names at certain points. Ah, that sucks a bit. Well, at least you've got this kind of showing what it's doing. Let's see if it says on here. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to show anything there. Let's jump down. Right, it just says Derby there. Well, we're in Derby, so yeah. Right, what we'll do is we'll restart and we'll crack on. Lift should be near the tunnel. Lifts are missing, yeah. They tend to do stuff like that, kind of leave out details. Now, I have no idea about driving this train. I haven't done the training. What I'll do is just fling this forward and get the doors open. So doors are open. And it is saying at the moment that we have a red light up ahead, so we'll have to see if that's going to change. Man, my stream is still pretty far behind. At least we've got headlights on. And why is this so zoomed in? Wow, that's crazy. Right, okay, so we've got brakes, wiper control, horn, AWS reset, throttle. That's in place correctly. Got quite a few other bits and bobs here. We'll get the doors locked. Cab light, I guess we can put that on for the time being. We can switch it off when we get going. Instrument light is on. Doors are now locked. And we've got a green light, so that's a good sign. Let's release the brakes. Okay. And we get a bit of power on. No, we're not moving. There we go. I'm going to turn the sound up in my ears because I can't actually hear the... Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, we are in Nottingham. Thank you for keeping me correct. I don't know what this train's supposed to sound like, but it sounds okay. In fact, it sounds... When I cut the throttle there, it sounded very nice. Ah, that's nicer. I don't know whether there should be fumes flying off here, because obviously it's a diesel, isn't it? Not seeing any fumes. And overall, I was very impressed with the 125. And to be honest with you, the modelling here just looked very nice as well. I can't say I've got anything to complain about, to be fair, so far with this DLC. As I am not even looking where I'm going. I'm just, you know, plodding on. Looks like we're going to switch tracks again here. And then we can actually get up to better speed, I think. Can we open the window? Oh, we sure can. Oh, there we go. Bit more power on. I did see an amber signal there, so I cut it a little bit just to see. So we've got 7 speed notches, so we're full open now. Wow, you've got the details right. So there's a signal box. Right, so there's a signal box which has been dumped there, which isn't actually even there in the real life scenario. I would have thought that they'd have the football stadium in there. And we'll certainly try and take a look at that. If we can. Not too sure. Which side would it be on, Jamie? All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that. Right, we're about a mile away from the stop now, so I'll cut the throttle. It stutters a little bit, this DLC so far on PC. I have experienced this. I think I mentioned it in my my video earlier. I've got 3 brake notches, and it doesn't like me now. I'm just wary that I might not be great with the brakes on this train. So we see if we can run the train into the stadium. What's going on now? Okay, I don't want to lose too much speed. 30's about right. We are behind with the timetable, but whatever. We've kind of been looking around a bit, haven't we? Even though I restarted. We are losing speed. Oh, I had the brakes partly on. I didn't even realise it. I thought I'd totally released them. We'll see if we can make up some time at some point here. Yeah, when I played a lot on Series X and PS5, it was generally not too bad, just in terms of lag and stutter and things like that. But I do find that on PC, the graphics generally are better, but you do have stuttering, which is, you know, super frustrating, to be honest with you. Because it really sort of takes you out of the game. Instead of like the, you know, it's not like a frame rate issue, it's just, the frame rate will be fine. The frame rate will be fairly consistent, but it's this stuttering thing that happens with a lot of games these days. I'm not too sure like whose fault it is. I mean, it's certainly in the developer's hands, but like if I look at the stats on the CPU and GPU, there's like we're not even close to like 100%, and yet we still are facing these stuttering issues every now and again. It's as if, especially if you go from like external camera to internal, it just doesn't know what's going on. It just gets very confused. Yeah, definitely, mate, you can. Mine actually isn't that high at the moment. I've had to turn it down because it's just ridiculous on high. Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds really authentic, actually. Let's see if we can make up some time. Doesn't look like we're doing anything wheel slip wise, so we'll power on. Is that right? Wow. Oh, sorry, my stream was doing something weird there. I sort of monitoring my own stream just to see what happens, and it keeps refreshing in a strange way. I hope you guys are not having any issues. Hopefully you guys are... Is everything smooth as far as the actual stream goes? I do worry about it quite a bit. I actually thought that I'd accidentally ended my recording earlier as well when in the middle of recording, which was just ridiculous, to be honest with you, because I certainly hadn't. But I started to get worried that I had, so I was checking it. And yeah, I'm not entirely too sure what happened, to be honest with you. I think it's because like spacebar's a hotkey to like start and stop recording, and I'm concerned that I'd use spacebar to use the horn. And you know, I thought I'd inadvertently stopped the recording as well at the same time, but I hadn't, thankfully. So we've got another signal here for this stop, so we'll have to be fairly careful. It's a nice shot. Oh, perfect, that sounds good. I hate when you're very close to a stop but you can't see it. Like it's like in the distance. Maybe I should get my glasses right. There we go. I want to try and hit this platform at about 30. Hopefully the brakes do seem fairly decent on this train. I do like the sound of a diesel engine. I mean, yeah, I just don't think you can go wrong with it, really. Oh, and another baby's just come into there. Come in now. Is this, now this is a dumb question, I appreciate that, but is this this is classed as a DMU, right? So it's not fully diesel, like the 150 in the West Coast route. It's diesel electric though, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I love the sound of this. Oh, I've just hit the emergency brakes. Oh, it's allowing me to release them. Thank you. They've done a great job with the sound on this route. I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled with the 125 sound. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Like, it's just so different to the GWR 125. It's just such a nice hum, as opposed to the GWR was more of a grunt, more of a rumble. And don't get me wrong, I love that one as well. I really did get a thrill from the HST, and you know, when people say that type of thing when they're playing like a simulation game, I think I sometimes have a tendency to look at it and think, do they really mean that, or are they just saying it because they're sort of playing the game, they're trying to make it sound good? But I know that there's certain things in this game, and I've tried to be as honest as I can through the videos that I make, that I don't like. There's times when I feel like, you know, with the stutter, for example, it takes you out of the simulation. You know, it takes you out of the immersion. Is where I do think that this particular route, I am really enjoying it, and so far, especially the sound is doing it for me, and the graphics are pretty good as well. I've just pressed the wrong thing. Right, let's be careful, because we do have signals by the looks of things. Just gonna chill it down a little bit and try and be careful here, because we've got an amber signal coming up. Diesel multiple units, so DMU, alright, I get it. So it is diesel as opposed to diesel electric. That's good. I like that. I do like that. I like the sound, particularly the sound of the engine. I just like the idea of a genuinely diesel locomotive as opposed to, you know, the electric option, which is, it's fun as well, but it's just, you know, it's different to what we have today in the modern sort of, with the modern trains. Enjoying this beer now, Jamie. I just wanted to ask, you know, overall, would you say that you've had a beer on this journey, generally overall, compared with not had a beer, if that makes any sense? Whoa, I think I missed the 30 there. I was slowing down for it initially, but I did actually miss that one, guys. Apologies. Bit of a shift through there at high speed, and we do have a red signal coming up, so I'm going to try my best to stop. I thought you might have. Old Sprinter's a diesel. I didn't know that either. I don't really know that much about trains, even though I'm kind of a, you know, I consider myself very much on the fringe, on the border, shall we say, of being a train fan. There's certain things that I like about them, and there's certain things that I'm not too interested in. I haven't turned them on, you're right. You know why? Because I'm a coward when it comes to the safety systems. I should really have them on, shouldn't I? Maybe I should do some practicing with them. Power station on the left. There it is. That's the one we passed earlier, right? In the HST, but we were doing a different. Yeah, we were coming up this way, didn't we? Which way is it having us go? We're coming around this corner, right? Okay. We've got a green now. The AWS, that's useful. I don't know, what is my wife doing in the stream, guys? Come on. Okay, let's take it easy here. Baby, I feel like you're judging my driving already. Oh, guys, I'm totally breaking the speed limit as well. 2 seconds. Oh, now we've just hit a better speed signal. Better speed limit, sorry. But we are coming into a station anyway. I need to practice, that's why. I just haven't practiced. You are trolling me indefinitely, most definitely. I need to practice that Trent junction then, because that was outrageously bad. It was just like a beginner. I would say that's going to be quite a nice stop, but yeah, I want to release the brakes a tiny bit. I don't like putting them on with like full. And yes, I did hit the emergency brake there. I can't get used to the keys. I can't figure out which way around it is, like which way is brake and which way is release the brakes. And the same with the power. It's kind of like everything's back to front. I think I need to switch back to the Xbox controller. It just makes more sense, the triggers. I don't know, it's completely different to the keyboard. It's so confusing. Well, we're only 30 seconds behind schedule, so we're not doing that bad, right? I don't know whether we're going to get a gold, especially for breaking the speed limit quite a bit, but... At least we've made up time. So how do the train drivers actually drive around your end? Do they hammer the trains like this, full power out the station, or are they a little bit more steady? We've actually got a pretty decent drive ahead now, 10:50, so at least 12 minutes to get to Derby. Oh man, did you see that yellow signal there, if I can even get my colours right? Hopefully we're not going to have signals here. Wouldn't mind getting up to like a higher speed, just to see what it's like in this one. We're catching up on the train in front, I think, here, because there's a quick flash of yellow signal every time we go past. I do need the warning stuff on though, most definitely. Is that how it works? The blast up to step 3 and then 5? Yeah. I can believe it. Around these parts, it sounds like they pull out the stations, like up in Teesside. It sounds like they pull out the station just on full power half the time. You know, when you say automatic signals then, what does that refer to? Does it mean that the train automatically slows down, or... flying now. I see what you mean. We've got a yellow now though. Don't like getting used to a train and hitting signals because I don't really know how fast I should be going because I don't know how quickly the train will stop. Although this one seems okay. Let's just have a quick look and see if it'll let me move this. So there's our yellow, and then we've got a red. I was expecting to see a train on the track there, but I wonder whether it's now cleared. It might have gone off the map, not too sure. Keep pressing the wrong thing for brake. Like, I should just look down here to see where we're at, because obviously that's automatic, that's like fully released, and then full power here. We haven't even tried the horn on this train yet. Sounds alright. It's a bit high pitched for me. Struggling a little on the uphill here. Brakes are fully released. We've obviously got the throttle on 7 and we are not exactly gaining a great deal of speed considering I've set the percentage. It's got 0.2% climb. Now levelling off, so it might do a bit better now. I'll see if I can get any higher than that, mate. Let's have a look. Well, okay, I'm zoomed out as far as I can be there, so don't know whether that helps you. So you're saying it would be on the left? Some sort of dump there, and obviously other industrial stuff going on over there. That's more sort of industrial stuff, but might be related to. Let's see if I can cut the power. We are getting pretty close, so I'll just put a tiny bit of brake on. Wow, look at that car park. I haven't seen one that size in this game before. So about a mile to go. I think we're about the right speed now. Large cooling tower, I guess, over there. Tell me if you see the stadium or if we've passed it. Be interesting to know. Okay, we want to be on the brakes a little bit. Wow, different livery on that one. To the left. Can't see it, mate. No, I can't see it. I mean, it could just be me. Let's see if we can get this in the right place. Braking a bit too much, I think. I actually wanted the brakes released there, but I pressed the wrong thing. I want to go forward a bit. Don't want to be stopping here. Yeah, it could be. It's weird though. Oh my days. It actually wants us to move further forward. I mean, I'd say that we're on the platform there personally, but it's not going to accept that we've stopped there, so yeah, we'll go right up to the red signal then, shall we? I guess that's the right way to do it. Dovetail did put out a video yesterday on YouTube saying what was included and what wasn't, and I kind of skipped through it. You know what, like, it's important, I think, making content that I should have an idea of what's going on, but at the same time, the most important thing to me is being able to share my enthusiasm for something, and I don't want to come across as, like, you know, so knowledgeable that I know exactly what's going on and don't have any excitement about it because it's kind of like all the secrets have been revealed, if that makes sense. I'd rather learn as I go. I don't know, that probably doesn't help with the viewership, but I prefer it to be a bit more interesting, I think, than you know, than taking a dull approach to it and sort of being so knowledgeable. There's some great YouTubers that are super knowledgeable about the trains and stuff, and, like, you know, I just tend to, like, you know, leave it to them. They do a great job. As well, like, I just prefer to approach it in sort of a chilled out approach. So anyway, we got a silver for that one, so it wasn't brilliant. We did break the speed limit here, so this is going to be that Trent Junction, isn't it? And then we broke it a little bit here as well, just coming into Derby. Yeah, one of those things. I think we'll do one more. I don't see why not. And I think I want to take a look at one of the 66 routes, although, yeah, the 66 is widely available, isn't it? Maybe another 40, 43. We did, so earlier in the video I did a 8+2. 6+2 might be a good option, just to see if there's anything else available here. So it looks like all of the runs here are going to be up and down, isn't it? We could do I don't see the point in doing what we did in the video earlier in any capacity. Is there any other routes available for the 158? I think there's probably a Leicester one, isn't it? Yeah, Leicester to Lincoln. That's 52 minutes. Is there a Leicester one which is a little bit shorter than that? I don't like doing like 50-minute runs, really. These are the same ones that we've just done. And the 66. Does it matter which livery you go with? Looks like they're the same. Yeah, they are. Same available routes. That's 25 minutes. I'm not too sure what this means. 21 hours 16? Is that serious? Which one? Newark Castle. See if that's available on this 45 route. So which one are we talking about, mate? Is it on the 158? Oh yeah, it is, yeah. The thing is right. So we're saying Matlock to Newark Castle, but yet it tells you here that it's Derby to Nottingham, which is literally the opposite, kind of the opposite of what we've just done. I mean, we could do it, to be fair. I don't see why not. Maybe go for one later in the day. Is that what it means? 21 minutes, 16 seconds? Because, like, this 29 here refers to the minutes. As where that other one was saying 21:16. Yeah, so it's like crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of saying Matlock to Newark Castle, but when it says up here, it's Derby to Nottingham. So I guess we'll do this. We might as well get a few runs out of the 158. I'm obviously going to drive the 125 more, aren't I? But it's kind of like, while we're on with this train, we've had a little bit of practice, so hopefully this run will be a little bit better going back. Just make sure we've got headlights on. That's kind of the main thing, isn't it? Just love the sound of this engine, man. It's just fantastic. If we press T, it'll tell us where we're stopping. So it looks like we're kind of doing the opposite of what we did, which is absolutely fine by me. Got a few minutes. I haven't had a look at the livery in here yet. I did on the and I'll walk instead of running. This button doesn't work. Is there anything else to see here? No, none of these kind of open or anything. I do think it does look stunning. I mean, the livery's nice. Yeah, that's the correct wording. It's the origin references, so it's like, you know, completely different to what we're actually doing. I really wish that they would sort it out. How do I activate the safety systems on this one? I mean, is there a... I'm sure it's up here. And please don't make me do this, because I'm going to screw it up. I don't even know what keys they are. Looking for the isolation. So there's vigilance. Traction interlock. I might as well switch it on now because we're running late. Obviously. Can't even see where the button is for it. Tell you what, let's see what the key is. Keyboard controls. Ah, it's Q. Okay. Right hand side at the front. I thought it would be that one. Right hand side, you say? Ah, there it is. So is that the only one? Because it's usually two, isn't there? Right, okay, anyway. Let's get cracking. Have we got the doors locked? I can't remember if I closed them or not. Yes, we do. I'll tell you what we'll do, because I don't like running late. I think it might not be as fun as just restarting and then trying to do it right with the safety systems also in place. So we'll quickly restart so that we're kind of on time instead of faffing around. So what we'll do is we'll just do that first, then get the doors open. I'll activate this. That's now on. And everything else is ready to go. So we can now just sort of close the doors and just head straight out, and I will try my best to hit the button. Wonder what else there is available. Got a heater, nicely worn system here. I'll just take a little swig and we will be ready to set off and depart in just a second. I'm trying to see exactly where it tells me how many people are watching at the moment, because it certainly used to, and now I can't see it at all. I'm going to lock the doors now because I'm ready to go basically, and just like any grumpy train driver, we are certainly ready to depart. And once again, I've pushed that brakes into emergency. So you said this set off on throttle 3 first. That sounds nice. Notch it up to 5. Wow, that shadow draw distance is really poor there. Well, we're certainly on 7 now. So we've got two separate units over there. That's quite interesting. You don't normally see things like that. Will I hear the EWS, or whatever it's called, on this particular train from outside? I'm assuming it's going to warn me still, right? It's not just going to cut my power and everything else like that. And shouldn't it be telling me that there's a yellow signal? Not too sure how it works. I need to do some research. Stadium might be on the right. I hit that AWS reset immediately there. Can't see it, mate. It would be hilarious if they've left it out due to legalities, wouldn't it? Did I turn AWS on or not, or was it something else? We're coming in fast. Get some brakes on. No good if you've got a beer on the table. The DVD. What movie is it? RoboCop, I hope. Oh man, too fast, too fast. Totally blew through. Totally blew through. Can't even possibly open the doors. It's not going to accept it either, is it? Right then. Really what we would do is contact the signaller, I guess, to tell us, see if we can find out what we could do, but in this instance we're just going to reverse. That's what I get for having the DVD on. You're right, Mark, we've already screwed it up. We did quite well in the first run though, you've got to say. I mean, the stops were nigh on perfect, but yeah, we went too fast that time. Too busy looking for the stadium. And now I must remember to put this thing back in forward, because if we don't, then obviously we're going to just set off backwards, aren't we? Which I've never done that before. Look at these people, even the people are confused, they don't know what to do. I'm not too sure where the AWS is on this one. Oh, is it in your neck of the woods as well, Mark? Hey, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. I was really excited for this route because, just for the fact that it's UK, and obviously, yeah, it's one of those where if it's got the 125, then I'm happy. I would have been happy with other high-speed trains, to be fair. But yeah, it's so exciting to see everybody kind of, you know, able to relate to it though. Because, yeah, I don't know the area, but it's definitely, at least it's local for people watching. I think that's amazing. I'm still waiting for them to update the Teesside route, because we could certainly do with, you know, a modern version of it, and they've already got the obviously the map laid out, haven't they, from the older route. I must have the AWS on, because it was just beeping to me there. Oh, those ones. So it's not these ones, right? Or these ones? Ah, there we go. Got it. Thank you so much. I'm surprised it's all the way over there, to be fair. I am loving this so far, I have to say. It's just beautiful. It is really nicely done. And now you can see how terrible the shadow draw distance is, and I didn't think we had that issue on the way when we came the opposite direction. Look at that. it sort of breaks the game for me, but it comes and goes, I guess, because we didn't have that issue. Even though maybe we didn't have as much sun, you know, on the way down here. She certainly knows the stuff, that's for sure. What I would like to know, to be fair though, is that ping noise. Then is that the warning for the yellow? Amber, I guess, is the correct terminology. I don't know whether that little ping that we hear every now and again is, if it's the ping that would look like that ping there. What does that indicate? That there's a signal coming up? Ah, right, okay. That's good to know. Right, we're not going through this. We're not going through this one, guys. We will start to brake now. 2 miles out, I think we can just roll a little bit of speed off. We'll just keep reducing it down slightly so that we don't do what we did last time. Signal clear, that's good to know. If I'd been in the cab, then would it give me a little signal for that yellow signal coming up? The little ping, I mean. Different type of ping. I get you. Man, I want to take a look outside, but I just realised how close we are to the station. Look at that. I mean, it does look great. It's very distracting. That's good to know. So we're coming down from 100 to 80. Is that why we got that signal then? We've also got a red signal coming up, so... But I guess we're going to be well and truly at the platform by then. It's going to be tight, this one. We are going to overrun slightly here, I think. Maybe. Oh, it was close. Now you've got to say that's rather amusing. That is rather amusing, but at the same time, and then that person just walks straight through the gate, straight on. Oops, wrong button. So on the keyboard it's Y and U to open the doors, depending on which side you want to open. And T obviously brings up timetable. So we have that right next to it as well, which is always fun. See you later. Okay, we've still got that red up ahead. Man, I hate red signals. I got caught out so much on the Scottish, the Glasgow route, simply because I just found that the brakes on the train just weren't doing me any favours. That's my excuse anyway. Yeah, probably. What does that mean then, approach controlled release? I'm glad you're here because I'm kind of learning as we go here. Learning a lot of things that I didn't know. That I didn't have a clue about, despite my wife claiming that I am a train fan. Really? So they want you to be down to 10 miles per hour? Oh, no, you're right. I need to be slowing down here. I did the same thing. Oh, my days. Wow, that was just embarrassing, wasn't it? I mean, like, to do it once is bad enough. We've done it again. You noticed how I used the word we. We're in this together. At least we're only, like, marginally breaking the speed limit now. In fact, let's knock it down. There we go, 30. Ah, I see. That's why they do it. That's really interesting, actually. Wow, I think 30 is a little fast for that switch there, but anyway, might just be me. Ah, I see what you mean. So they get you to basically come up to the red signal, and pretty much stop, and then they let you go, as long as you sort of don't go crazy like I did. It's best to be aiming for the 10 mile per hour speed limit. Really? Wow, I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. I've never noticed that before. I always just thought there must be a train on the track or something up ahead. I do like the switch in we switch the power setup in high speed on southeastern high speed. I like the one that you do on the French route as well. Although obviously that one's moving. That's fun. Just adds in a little extra touch, really. I didn't know that either, so I guess that's one to watch out for. I've often been on trains and wondered why they stop. It must be as you said, it must be a thing. I can't think of any examples near me where they do it, but I've certainly had it on longer routes to London and such. Like from Darlington to London. Trying to think how many stops we had before we got to Attenborough last time. Might be 2 more stops left. Could be wrong. Next stop. Oh yeah, I think we've got 2. So we've got Beeston and then into Nottingham. We're actually running early, which is surprising. Well, maybe not that surprising considering we broke the speed limit a few times again, but we'll see how we do. Anyway, guys, really hope you're enjoying it. I know that I'll probably do more content on this particular route, but I do want to cover a few of the ones that I've got as well that I haven't made content for. So, for example, Birmingham. There's a Scottish route which came out not so long ago, which I can't remember what it's called now. Is it Edinburgh to Glasgow? That one's fun as well. And then I do have the American express train, which I can't remember what it's called either. I've done that again with the timetable, but I haven't even covered that either. So we've got a little bit more activity coming up certainly, and things that I haven't got around to covering, just through lack of time really. But I'm certainly going to switch to the controller. I think as much as I enjoy using the keyboard, it's just not. I just can't massively get used to it. I like it for like opening the doors. I like it for the horn, because you can do a 2-tone without having to. Which I don't think you can do that on the controller. I think you've only got 1 button for the horn. But yeah, it would be fun to do some of the other ones I think as well. Oh, thanks guys. Glad you're enjoying it. I really hope as well, Jamie, if you get this, you enjoy it, because yeah, it's 30 quid is rather expensive, I think. I mean, they were 24.99, I think, up until around about last year, like the middle of last year, maybe something like that. And there was a discount as well if you had Game Pass, which give you a bit extra off. But now, yeah, it's just 29.99, so it's rather expensive. I can understand just using the controller. It's just so much more simple and easy. I mean, that's where I started. Obviously, I've played this game on so many different consoles as well, like PS4, PS5 obviously, and then I moved across to the Xbox Series X. Keep trying to persuade my son to play it, but he's not interested at all, and I don't blame him, to be fair. He would be so... I guess he would be bored, but at the same time, when he has had a go of it, he's had a good laugh. The best thing about the controller is it's very smooth as well. It's difficult to get mouse smoothness on PC once you've got the sensitivity turned up. That was a fairly decent stop. Ah. Oh, it doesn't like me standing up. It's that vigilance thing, isn't it? Is that the DVD kicking in? Doesn't like me standing up. That's a nice shot. That isn't. Where's it put us there? Most definitely you do. I'm so confused with which key releases the brake and which, because it's like they're both next to each other, but yeah. So the key to release the brake is the colon. The key to apply the brake is I think it's called the hyphen. And then you've got A and D, which are the power controls. So you've got A increases the throttle, and decreases the throttle. So confusing in my mind, because it's like, yeah, it's just confusing. I can't remember, basically. Obviously Q we've established is AWS, and W and S control your reverser. So it's like, I don't know which way around they are, because again it just doesn't make any sense. I guess we could find out. Let's have a look. So S reduces the... Oh, and I've broken the train now. I've literally broken the train. It's not going to let me put it back into forward now. Tell you what. Brakes. What we'll do is... Throttle is off, brakes are on. We will put it into off, pull out the master key, back in, and hope that this resets everything. It looks like it has. There we go. Yeah, the triggers are so much easier for power. Just makes sense to use a controller for the throttle and the brakes. It never changes. And also, like, if you've got the combined throttle and brake, just being able to just use that one side, it's just obvious which way increases it and which way decreases it. See, I would always think that, like, D and A should be the other way around, because D, in my mind, you know, being to the right should increase, is where A should decrease. And we are going to have to decrease here. See where we are. Well, not too far from our destination. It's going to make us go past... This is just like a go via. And then we're going to go in, obviously, into the station, into Nottingham Station. And the snow's coming down. So it knows that we're in April. It's dynamic, the weather. So let's try and find the wipers. Got a 40 mile per hour speed limit coming up soon, but it's not just yet. When you say 1.8, is that... Where would that be? And this wiper does not seem to be working on this screen. Or maybe it's just me. Oh, I see what you mean. So you think you should slow to the 25 when we've crossed that point? Well, there we go. I think we've achieved it. I don't know why this wiper isn't clearing the snow though. That's rather weird. So it's actually got a 25 mph speed limit coming up as well, so we're gratefully down to that, so we don't have to worry too much. I like the approaches to I like the approaches to major stations. What we have got a red signal here. Oh, it's going to be at the station, isn't it? I've gone the wrong way with the brakes again. Love watching trains change tracks. I don't know what it is about it. I'm doing a strange thing with my keyboard here because my function keys don't, my arrow keys don't, I don't actually have arrow keys on my keyboard because it's only a 60% keyboard, so I've got to do function and then WSAD to actually function as arrows. I just love watching trains change tracks, so I don't know, there's something really cool about it. See if we can position this camera a little bit here. Trying to control this with 2 fingers, obviously, 2 different hands, while... Oh, it's gone the other way, oh well. I was kind of expecting it to come in here for some reason anyway. Whatever. Really? I wouldn't have even known. I think we can switch off this wiper though, it's kind of useless to be honest with you. We have gone past our marker, but anyway, that's pretty good. Oh, it's suggested we put on the sander. Oh, it was because I was slipping there as I stopped. Is that right? I didn't know that at all. That's fun. That's great to know. It's great to see people with their umbrellas on as well. And why is it like throwing me out the seat? That was bizarre. Okay, well, how we get a gold for that one? So that was a bit better than the previous one, the previous run. I don't know why I'm only level 13. I've played this game for so many years, but for some reason, importing my profile into Train Sim World 3 sent me all the way back to the first level. No idea why, and I don't know who Johnny is either, so just a name I made up, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed that. I haven't done much streaming for a while. I don't know when I'll stream again, but we will take a look, certainly, at these different routes on this channel. And yeah, I will stream as and when, really, periodically. Thank you, I really appreciate it. And thank you for the advice as well. I certainly learned quite a lot. I know a lovely day in Nottingham. Let's take a look, see what it's like. Let's have a look. I don't know why it kicked me out the driver's seat. Oh, guys, come on. And why are the doors closing now? So I'm not allowed to open the doors. And thank you for sticking that umbrella in my face, as lovely as it is. There we go. Nice bit of snow, and certainly red signals all the way across the board, because obviously they don't want you to go down there, do they? Because it's basically, it won't let me. Oh, it will. That's the end of the track, isn't it? So, yeah, try driving a train down there, and it's game over. You could try walking, of course, but I wonder what would happen, to be honest with you. But Is that my train going in the opposite direction? Yep, that's me relinquishing control. Our service was over and now it's heading back the other way. So I guess all they do is just go up and down all day, right? Even though... Has he still got headlights on at this end? I'm not going to try and chase after it. I'm sure they're well and truly on the way to their next destination now. Eastcroft Depot. Well, I think you can do like a... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do... You'll probably know already, but I'm pretty sure you can do a little... What do you call? I can't even get my words out. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean as well. I'm pretty sure you can go to the depot and back with one of these. So I think that's one of them. Out of the depot. Oh, there you go. As you said, Leicester through to Eastcroft Depot. 23 minutes run. So that's going to be from there all the way up there and then to the depot. That could be quite good. And then part 2 is going to be parking up, so it's only 3 minutes. Yeah, that should be good. We might do that again in the future. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate it, like I say. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And I'll catch you guys again soon.